Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the Aftermath. This is the Aftermath. Chelsea meltdown aftermath. Chelsea meltdown aftermath after we blew it and drew 2-2 against Ipswich at the bridge on Sunday. Today is Tuesday. It just feels like one long day. We're already 2 days in, and as you can imagine, Chelsea fans left and right. It's the aftermath right now. Everybody's just whining. They're complaining. They want Maresca fired. Guys, let's just take a collective deep breath. Let's take a collective deep breath, right? I mean, yes, we have fallen all the way back to sixth. In fact, we are in a situation where, arguably, right? I mean, mathematically, right? On the bad news is mathematically, we no longer hold our destiny in our hands of finishing at least fifth, which will be a shame if we don't finish fifth, which is what we need, the minimum we need to finish in order to qualify for the Champions League. But on the positive, there's 6 games left. I mean, the last time I checked, we have 6 games left. They're all, we couldn't beat Ipswich, so we have Fulham away, and we lost to Fulham at the bridge. So, I mean, we got Man U, we got Liverpool, we got Forest, we got Newcastle away. And that I know there's at least 1 or 2 other games that I've failed to mention. I mean, you already getting the point, right? But on the bright side is we still have our squad intact. We have our squad intact. We dropped 2 points against Ipswich, and while everybody was moaning and crying, I did notice some positivity at the end. First of all, we're able to save 1 point. We don't know whether there's going to be 1 point gained against Ipswich, mighty Ipswich, 1 point gained. Yeah, but the point being is, in a very tight race, we don't know whether it's the 2 points that we dropped against Ipswich that's going to cost us, or whether the 1 point that we gained on Sunday that might be the determining point that will help us finish at least fifth. So on the positive, we got something out of a game where we're down 2-0 at halftime. Again, on the positive, our squad is relatively fit. Everybody, even James is fit, right? This is exactly where we want to be. Caicedo actually managed to avoid getting yellow. Had he gotten 1 yellow card in that game, then then he'd miss out on 2 games. But I believe that game was the last game for him to be able to avoid getting his 10th yellow card, and you understand, and he just gets a clean slate. So on the positive, all of our guys are ready to go. On the positive, we won our European away match 3-0. So again, Maresca can rest most of his players. Not that they need much of any resting. I mean, these guys really need to be playing. But in terms of keeping them injury free, right? In terms of you understand, just not getting any player hurt. Like, we need every player to be fit for the last 6 games. So in terms of that, it was a positive that we won the first leg 3-0. So he can go with another squad B and just grind out a result and move us on to the semifinals, right? So we have, listen, it's, we don't want to be in 6th place, but if we were told Because at this point in time, last season, let's just keep it real. Under Pochettino, life was much better under Poch. No. At this time last season, we were out of Champions League contention. We were just barely trying to scrape together a run, which ended up being a 5-game winning run. We won the last 5 games of the season. Of the last 6 games, we drew away at Aston Villa, 2-2 draw away, and then we won the last 5. That's how we ended up finishing 6th. Right? There was no mathematical way for us to even qualify for Champions League last season. Now, if you say, listen, if you're going into this season and they told you have a brand new manager from Championship, and with 6 games to go, that you'd be just literally touching distance. We're only, I believe, 1 point, behind, City. We're just 1 point behind City in, 6th place. If you were told, listen, you're only 1 point out of a Champions League spot with 6 games to go, and your squad is relatively fit. Don't worry about who we have to play and who we don't have to play. I mean, it is what it is. You have to beat somebody along the way. But you have your squad, you have 6 games left, and you're just 1 point out. How would you feel? You'll say, yeah, I would take that all day. I will take that all day. I would definitely take that all day. So, in as much as we're blaming Maresca, just concentrating on, is he, losing the fans? What? I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean? Guys, listen, the Chelsea fans are Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans are tough. Chelsea fans are tough. I mean, this, our fan base, like, we boo our own players, right? Jorginho, we boo our players. Cucurella, we boo our players. I mean, I can give you more names. Like, this is a fan base that boos players. This is a fan base that rejects managers. We booed Benitez when he was our coach. So, the fan base being Sarri, fans weren't happy with Sarri. And Sarri finished 3rd and actually won a European Cup. Right, so fans weren't happy. So the Chelsea fan base is tough. It's always going to be that way, whether it's Maresca or it's not Maresca. So for me, that's not news. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is our team just keep on playing hard, keep on improving game in, game out. I saw some positive things towards the ending of our game against Ipswich. It's a shame that we left it late to make that final push. How we played, how we started the game, the way that we finished the last 10 minutes of the game, then maybe we would have won the game. The game probably over by halftime. But we left it late. So the whole hope for us as fans, for me as a fan, is that Maresca, the players, they just copy and paste the last 10 minutes of our game against Ipswich, and hopefully start that same way against Fulham. Obviously, it's not the same level of opposition, given that Fulham did beat us at the bridge and they beat Liverpool at home. But that game is a game that we got to go in and we got to go and take our 3 points. We got to go and take our 3 points, and we can take our 3 points away. So again, we just have to keep backing our team, backing the boys, whether is Maresca is the manager or not. It doesn't matter. We all want the same thing, and that is we want to see Chelsea playing in Champions League next year, and we are so close. We can touch it. We're so close. This is not the time for us to start, flogging our players and flogging the manager and whatnot. This really is a time for, if you are a Chelsea fan, this is a time for us to basically band to together and support this club, and support this club, because our players want to play in Champions League next year, okay? And our manager wants us to be there. So that's just how I feel. Guys, that's all I got. Hopefully you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. Take care. God bless you guys. Peace.